Hello, all of you wonderful beings out there, and welcome to the stream. I am Zim, currently as Asher the Labramon, and this is RimWorld, where I am definitely not addicted. Nope, no way, no how. You're addicted, not me. Um, yeah, I'm only doing this so much because you guys want it. You guys are addicted. Yes. Rex, quiet with the peanut gallery. I hear you over there.
What? I'm sitting in my chair. What are you talking? What happened? What? RimWorld? Bruh? Gator noises? Galaga noises?
That's the Rex.
Oh, look at that's a new plush you haven't seen yet.
Oh yeah, it's the Toshime plush.
Oh,
nice.
Oh, that's Toshime. Cute.
There, feeding through. So yeah, we in the game here we finished gathering some gravcore stuff from here, and now I think I'm gonna get out of here because this place is polluted as all heck. Yeah, and I'm also out of wood for my generators, which is a problem. Because there's basically no wood on this map, because everything is polluted.
This is the one with the animal sanctuary, right? You're
Oh,
changing the
jeez,
ecosystem.
that. Yes, that.
Release like 50 million wild dogs into the planet, and then made a lot of friends from other factions because you did that.
Yes.
Remember, right?
But yeah, I have one idea, but I don't know if it will work.
I mean, say it if you want.
Well, one idea is, the idea is maybe bringing, because he was able to bring Edge into his mindscape now. Maybe he could bring Chomper or Squirrel in too.
I would be down 100%, especially because it gets more helping interaction. Plus, even void parasite stuff, since Chomper knows a lot about that and has been a lot of past stuff. Oh, real quick, I just noticed something. Since it's back, if only if you are able to, do not burn yourself to keep those paws nice and cushy and plushy and whatnot. But yeah, my master, my mate Zim, he has his boots broke, and he's gonna be going to a convention at some point soon in the future. And I would love for him not to have no boots. So anything helps. Just want to point that out. Bottom left. Only do it if you can. But yes, boots for Zim paws would be very nice if y'all can help at all. Just want that out.
Yeah. Also, let's go ahead and I'm gonna move everybody up to the streaming room.
Alright.
Bloop, 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 bloop,
Whoop,
bloop,
hello.
and bloop.
You're picking up. Ah! I've been picked
You've
up
all
here.
been kidnapped.
I guess so. Yeah, I guess I can change it back to what form? What form? Default
Yeah.
form? Puppard. Sure. It's the only one.
Oh,
Yeah.
Also, yeah. I mean, Game yeah, your idea sounds like it could work for Squirrel and for Squirrel and Chomper. How about the others?
Gotta let them in on it.
Well, with I guess it would be more telling Vane for Chomper that he wants to see if Chomper could help with certain things in there, and to see if his abilities even work in the mindscape in the first place, just so he can do the responsible thing.
I guess here real quick. Digi, is it a part of the plan / expectation for Vane and Kaza to get the implant thing?
Digi?
Digi.
Can you imagine?
Oh, Raijin. Mwah.
I am back. Totino's delivered. And Raijin! Mwah! I like that icon you have there. Very floofy looking.
Yes, he is Marten now. NJ, you there?
Marten! Floofy main Marten, I like it. Yeah. Yeah, work.
Bad time for him to get pulled away.
Yeah, happens to be not here.
Cause
Oh,
did you?
Yes.
Question: is it a part of the plan/intention on your side for Vane and Kaza to get the implantee things at some point?
At some point, yes.
That would help.
All right. I guess we don't really need to make a scene out. We can just have it happen during the time skip.
Yeah.
okay, do that.
That works.
Plus, I think it'd be cool to see Squirrel interact with the Noah cubes.
Noah cubes.
Then,
That might be best for an actual like season 4 event thing rather than a time skip, because we have next session for all of the time skip stuff,
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
and we
it could be
probably want to make that an actual scene.
Oh, okay. So maybe the Chomper little experiment thing as a time skip thing.
Even if it's just to basically be like, hey, do powers work inside Mindscape? Do pulling people into Mindscape work?
Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah. Because here's kind of the thing, like we're gonna have a lot of really small scenes we're gonna have to go through.
Eh,
We
Alright.
probably have like 15 minutes a scene at max.
Alright.
And I'm pretty sure that we'd prefer to have like the actual important scenes just be actual scenes in season 4.
okay.
Because I'm fairly sure that Zim wants Squirrel to have more than like 10-15 minutes to try and interact with a Noah related thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And did
stuff's
you
super-
hear me earlier, Enja? About the
Yeah,
how long the scenes go?
yeah, putting a stop to them. Yeah,
Uh,
no, the next episode is certainly... I'm rewriting the itinerary, so to speak. Since we kind of went off script almost immediately.
Yep. I'm kind of
That's-
helping him with that to make sure it's actually like, you know, I like the planning. I like planning.
Yes, you do.
Plan fun.
having a structure wouldn't hurt. Mine's good.
Do not expect the next episode to have very many rolls, if any. I'm gonna be mashing.
Oh jeez.
Well, we could still do rolls, but it's also probably a good idea to basically be like, and for like, you know, how good your results are of doing this, go ahead and roll while you're doing that. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the next person.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's kind of what I do a lot in Wild Traditions.
No.
It's like one person will be. One sec.
Also, Gib-Gab. I've only done that like 7 times today. It's fine.
Yeah. That sounds cool. Get some storyteller advice.
I mean, every
7
storyteller
times.
can learn from each other. A lot of the stuff I know for it, I've learned from others. It's like, take what others do and show you, and you know, make your own. But
That's the advice for anybody in any field. It's good to learn from others in the field.
But yeah, what I do is like, you know, Nova is trying to pull the ship. So I'm like, all right, make that roll. Meanwhile, what are you up to, Spike? Oh, you're working on the engine? Cool. Go ahead and make that roll. Nova, all right, so you got that result? Cool. Let's, this is what happened with you.
Now
I think you forgot the angry cursing at seeing Nova's roll. That's an integral step.
Yes.
I remember the Nova hospital scene.
I don't know why you're saying that. Like, it happens literally every session. Nova gets a ridiculous roll because Zim lets him roll, and then he sighs dramatically because he wanted to have Nova have actual consequences, but Nova decided to roll 18 successes on like 10 dice.
Yeah, eventually you can't stop the successes, I suppose.
Sometimes
more
the
room
dice
for
just
this?
decide you're
What?
actually lucky.
What the hell?
What happened? Something wrong?
No! Where did these come from? I got a bunch of really good items that
Nice.
I
Oh, hey, power cells.
don't know where... Well, not just power cells, but the vanometric ones.
Wall
Yeah.
power moves?
Literally
But also, to
free
be fair,
power.
literally any power cell is still like gold treasure
Yeah.
mine thing.
Yeah. But the other ones need to be charged. Well, I guess the other ones are called batteries. Never mind. So yeah, they are power... Okay. For some reason, I thought the batteries were called power cells too. But either way, I have no idea where those came from, but awesome because those are fantastic.
Did you get them for the mech cluster thing? Possibly?
No, my best guess is they came from somewhere in here. I have been deconstructing a lot of things, so I might have deconstructed a storage container or something. And they popped out. Either way, though,
What Raja said.
awesome.
Same.
Now selling the Lost in Chaos Pomodoro timer, guaranteed to make you lose track of time.
Pomodoro.
Also, Lamau Culty being traumatized by Shade. To be fair, Shade with Dark Spiral would be very traumatizing to everyone involved.
Yes. That's why Paz pretty much convinced the Shade that he made that he to never step foot in Nargade.
To be fair, what if he do anyway?
Well, if he do this on him, Paz pretty much told him why it was a bad idea for him to do it.
But it would be a very it would be a very Shade maneuver to just do it anyway.
It was fun, eh?
He starts to spiral, he just literally stabs himself with a normal sword. Just being like, oh yeah, that's my focus, don't worry about it.
Also, Enja, don't forget to close the server.
Oh yeah, I probably should jump out of the server. Jump.
Good night, Ido. You're a good boy.
Night, night.
Good night, Ido.
Ido.
Yeah.
Good night, Ido.
I should be heading to bed as well. It is almost 12.
Have a good
Head
night,
on.
bro.
Good night, Roger, bro. Good night, getting ippy. Good night, yo. This session was fun, despite that we got a bit off track. It was still fun.
Oh no, sorry. I was just I just looked over. Light Paul was said something, so I just went, oh okay.
Okay.
Good night, Raharu. You're a good boy too.
Thank you.
Sorry, I got a message on Steam. Got hyper-focused on it for a bit. Oh yeah. Let's see what's going on in here in the game.
Did my sub go through earlier, by the way?
I don't think so.
I don't remember seeing it, no.
No.
Oh, there it goes.
A new subscriber
Now it did.
arrives.
Yup.
Fills you with determination.
Timing.
Rajin just resubscribed for 19 months. Razim loves.
Thank you for that resub, Raijin, and your 19 months of support. Mwah. And Zay Dallas, hello there. Welcome in. This is just one of many characters that I actually go through. I've got several different models. I've got a whole slew of PNG tubers that I bring on from time to time. There's a lot to see. I wouldn't say, I don't really consider myself a shapeshifter so much as I just have a lot of different characters. And also, well, yeah, I guess, yeah, shapeshifter.
I mean,
because our TF talkies,
Seems
you
like kind of
know,
a hard argument.
TF enjoyer. That's what we'll say. Because they are potions, you know. I'm not, you know, myself changing myself. It's a potion that I'm drinking, you know.
Oh, jeez, the quotes.
But I think we've gotten packed up here, so let's skedaddle.
Now activating thrusters. Geez, does it leave that large of a radius behind?
This radius is how far I can travel.
I mean the radius around the grab ship.
Oh yeah. This whole hexagon is going to be destroyed. There is no going back to it. In fact, I started around here somewhere. Usually there's a little icon. I have been curious about... Maybe they replenish over time?
I mean, otherwise it'd effectively be a Luciferium run.
There were
I guess
little...
probably not as severe as the Luciferium run.
No, it's like the entire map tile gets destroyed. There were markers.
Oh yeah,
for it.
no, but like that's not as harsh as a Luciferium run.
Oh, well, yeah, but...
Hard to say anything. My brain's stuck on transformation, shapeshifting, and the dictionary now.
I see Rex is in OO mode, got it?
Not necessarily. I'm actually thinking like the difference between a shapeshifter, transformation, and alters. Which I think that probably is the best description. Alter would be like somebody who mentally changes. Shapeshifter still is somebody who just changes their body. They're not changing their mind, necessarily. And transformation is like a catch-all for everything. So... Go for Rex in Uwu mode. I have not been in Uwu mode in a while, I'll have you know. I'm trying my best to be in puppy brain and just chill mode right now. So, Bless it.
But do you want to be?
Oh god, I really want to be. I want to be so like not depressed and happy and puppy. But, it ain't that easy. Like your voice, by the way. You're lovely. Are you dangerous? No. I've not seen that one. It's a D&D, so that's definitely an older one.
Uh-oh. It looks like Shade has come to this world.
Gasp! It's a shade. I like that Pokemon.
I just felt like putting on Shade's icon. It's a good icon.
It's really good. Yeah. Fan of it. When they do TF stuff. Well, technically, yeah, they do.
Alright, Nergande, Shade, Nergande.
To be fair, the world is very familiar with it.
I don't know if Zim told you. I don't know if Zim told you, Tal, but there's going to be a bit of a delay before I work on your stuff. My computer blew up.
Oh.
It didn't get mentioned to me, but also when I took out the comm, I literally said, by the way, literally no rush whatsoever. So, burr.
Okay.
Like, yeah, you know. Okay.
Yeah. So I found out today, the power supply got fried, and because it's an Apple, it's extraordinarily difficult to, do anything because Apple thing.
Yeah, Apple and
Uh,
repairability. There was a reason that I told my friends that aren't tech savvy that if they ever bought an Apple device willingly, I'd show up to their house and burn their money for free instead.
well, uh, it's frustrating because for my precise purposes, the Apple works really, really well. Until, I try to use it in the ways that Apple doesn't want me to use it.
Yeah, it sounds like
But
Apple.
that's neither here nor there.
That's like Apple.
Anyway, I found out that the power surge that caused the power supply to fry, it was the lightning bolt that struck just outside of my little dome, and I found out specifically it struck the satellite dish that's just about 20 feet away from my dome.
Ah.
So lightning struck like 20 feet away from me. It was cool.
I am glad it was 20 feet and not closer. Jeez. It sounds like it was gnarly.
By the way, just so that way people know what I'm getting, I wanted Raijin's take on Shade and his various personalities as little icons for talkies.
Oh.
Because Raijin has good takes. I want to see his take.
Yeah, hopefully I'll get to it soon. But unfortunately, because Apple, it's going to be extraordinarily difficult and extraordinarily expensive to just recover the files that were on the main hard drive. The solid state drive is soldered directly to the logic board. So basically, I'm going to need to find someone that will open up the entire thing and rig up a whole new power supply just so that I can boot it up long enough to transfer files, which most people don't want to touch Apple for obvious reasons because of that.
Yeah, I mean, like, I've worked in repair shops, and while they can do it, it's also like you have to pay the Apple tax for making them deal with Apple.
Yeah. So, I didn't exactly lose important files. It's just that all of the art projects that I had, from basically this entire year that I hadn't backed up yet are just gone. So I'm going to be starting over on a couple of projects when I get back, get my computer situated again.
Yeah, fair enough.
You got this. I know it's losing stuff and redoing things. Gotta get back to it.
Which another fun element that I just good night, Era. Another fun element to this that I discovered that I should have anticipated this one because I knew this was a thing. I've heard stories about this, but I just never considered it. When I set up my external hard drive on my Mac to back up my data so that I had my important stuff in case stuff like this happened, that drive got formatted as APFS, which natively cannot be read by Linux or Windows. So I'm going to have to... There are programs to actually read APFS, so it should be fine. I should be able to actually get those files back. But if it throws a fit because of the Apple encryption, I might have to find someone with a MacBook or something to let me borrow it for long enough to access my external drive just to move things over. Oh, Apple.
This whole story, man, it's making me think of how the laptop is literally sounding like somebody threw a fucking brick inside of a washing machine at times. It has not done anything today, though. It's quiet now, but yesterday, oh, you can hear the fan and stuff, whatever's in there giving out. I felt like liquid popping oil or something for a second. I had to be calmed down and told, oh no, it's just the fan giving out. Like, oh, that sounds a lot better than the idea it's going to explode. It sounded like liquid crackling. It was weird. But yeah.
I'm just glad your files are in a somewhat recovery state and not just gone.
Yeah. Files too. Hope you get that situated. I totally remember how Apple's really not good at customization at all. Like, it was fun to work on it for editing at school. That's the only time I ever messed with an Apple, but I know how if you start trying to be creative with Apple, you can't really do too much. You kind of got to do what you're set to do.
So, I mean, it frustrates me because I really, really want to like Apple because Apple's overall, I've had a good experience with Apple. which is to say, I've heard all of the tech issues that you guys have had running on Windows machines, and I've been like, haha, everything just works on Apple. Except when situations like this arise, or like how Apple absolutely refuses to acknowledge that maybe Microsoft has done a couple of things the better way. Like, Apple just refuses to take the good ideas that other companies have had. They have to do it their own special way. You have to be inside their ecosystem, and, obviously they upcharge. But on the upside, I've basically never had to troubleshoot anything on my Mac for the years that I've had it, compared to when I was a Windows user and it was constantly troubleshooting. It was constantly blue screens. It was constantly driver issues.
Yeah. The downside is just that the moment that there's like an actual issue, it immediately turns into the most unrepairable shit ever without paying a pretty penny.
Yeah, which is so frustrating to me because, like, I think the Apple experience was otherwise so good to me that if it weren't for the fact that they, like, hate people repairing their stuff,
Sorry.
if it weren't for the fact that they hate people, if it weren't for the fact that they hate people, Apple would be so much better than Microsoft right now. But instead, I have to choose between crap and crap. Or I could just run Linux, where half of the things just don't work at all. But hey, otherwise, it's a great experience.
Reminds me of South Park in that episode. They're talking to the people working on TV, and they're like, "Sorry. Do you want us to fix that? Tell us more about that."
But no, it's legitimately a thing. It sucks.
Tell us how to make it worse.
That's right. I can imagine that's what they do. On another note, call me a weirdo, but I love seeing Asher just eat. It makes me happy. He's enjoying his noms. Yeah.
But the whole tech issue thing is partly why I just stick with Windows, because it's like constant bullshit breaking. But it's also bullshit that at this point I already know how to fix, and I'm going to have to deal with bullshit either way, no matter which of the three I choose. So I'm just going to stick with the one that I already know how to deal with the best.
Yeah, that's how people get in those systems. That's how people decide what phone they're going to stick with. They already got put into the system. They don't want to have to switch everything around, even if that, either Apple or Android or whatever they're on, or computer is not changing the issues that they have.
Yep, nope. But it's also... There's also a difference between that and having a literally better option and then refusing to do it, and just being like, well, all of these options like are shit in their own ways, and I'm just choosing what I want to deal with.
Yeah, that's basically the approach I had to take when I was looking at getting the new computer so I could be going. I was like, all right, I could go back with Mac, and I could just transfer everything over easily, and I would continue to have a great user experience aside from the blemish that I lost all my files because, they hate repairability. Or I could go back to Windows, and I would also deal with its own particular special brand of BS. But hey, at least I would be able to... So I was looking at it, I was like, all right, I should just ignore the OS situation entirely because there's pros and cons to both.
Yeah. It's literally just what do you want to deal with? What are you okay with dealing?
Pick your poison.
Yeah, longevity or possibly losing your stuff. Honestly, I hate having to redo things and losing stuff like that. That was the way I'd probably pick it.
Yeah, it hurts.
Yeah.
Depends on what it is.
Because, like, my problem is that, like, if I deal with a small amount of bullshit constantly, like, that's okay. I can deal with that. But, like, if you hit me with a large enough amount of bullshit at once, I'm actually just going to crash out over it, and it's going to ruin my whole week.
Yeah.
So, like, I would rather just deal with the thing that I can actually deal with instead of every once in a while just completely fucking mentally crashing out. Because it's also a little bit worse because, like, I actually know how to repair things. So it would also be like I'd have to sit there the entire time going, I could fucking fix this if they just let me.
Yeah, fair.
And like I would just lose all of my shit.
So is it just me, or it's by a lot of animals?
What was that?
Are you getting attacked by like every animal?
I am hunting them all, so, you know. Yes. But
He's
it's
not
also
looking
my
for
fault.
sustainable living. So, you know.
It's just-
I need more
He
meat.
doesn't care about sustainable living. Just, you know, fucking hunt all of it.
Oh, Lightpaw, I feel you. I hate. It's like when hardware conflicts with each other. Software's been annoying to me. OBS has been wanting to dabble in all the things and breaks every other software to do with audio mixing. So yeah, I've been dealing with that too. That kind of stuff. I feel you there. That sucks.
Yeah, there is a button on my headset that I would love to just remove.
Oh yeah. The one that turns off the sound or changes
So-
the thing.
It changes it between, because the headset is designed to be able to support PC, Xbox, and PlayStation all at once. And you're supposed to be, and you know, I suppose for some people it might be convenient to just have a button on the headset that switches which one it's trying to pull from. However, it breaks my entire audio setup.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
Too much audio mixing going on there, and digital switchers, whatever you want to call them. I'm not an audio guy, but I kind of got an idea what's going on. But yeah, that I can see what's going on there. Now that's a bother when you have your own audio set up. What you're trying to do.
It would definitely be far better if they had it set up where I could, it would be far better if they could, if I could, or they would still tell my PC, hey, I'm still connected.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of just cutting it off completely. Because if it were still connected to the PC, then even though I may not be able to hear it, at least audio would still be transmitting there. And that I could work with a lot easier than what I'm having to deal with.
Yeah. You'd have to like.
So, Lightpaw, to answer... Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think the only other way I could think that it would work, and it probably doesn't even work this way, is to make it the audio would go to the desktop, and then the headset's separate, and you just kind of listen to stuff separately whether you can switch from the headset, and it never changes from the desktop. But I don't know, it probably still messes it up, even if you have it set to like the desktop. It probably still like starts reading the headset and messes up. I know that's how OBS works. It just takes all the sound mixing and throws it everywhere and makes it worse. Discord's audio separate and everything. It's so annoying. I have to change my Discord chat every time I move to a Discord chat because OBS wants to do it itself. They can't let any other software do it, otherwise it breaks it. Ugh.
At the raptor.
Software.
But, Lightpaw, to answer your earlier question, the proprietary backup, I think you're talking about Time Machine. And they do. And I'm pretty sure I had Time Machine going. So I might actually have a backup on the external drive. The problem is it's encrypted, so I don't think I can get into it without another Mac machine. Yeah, it's and the entire way, like, in all fairness to Apple, if I used the entire system the way they intended, if I had the Time Machine going and backed up to iCloud using my Apple account and all of that, I would have no missing files whatsoever. But the thing is, doing that is kind of committing more and more to their entire ecosystem. And I generally don't like that. I don't like storing things on the cloud. I don't like the cloud having my storage and information. I try to avoid that kind of thing. Just as like a personal thing. I would rather these situations where I lose everything than, have it on the cloud. But yeah, so like they had Time Machine, and I'm pretty sure I had that running. The main thing is, like, this whole time when I was using the Mac, I was not expecting it to, like, I wasn't expecting a catastrophic failure on the level of power support. I figured, sure, it would break eventually, but I figured I would at least be able to boot into recovery, But yeah, I absolutely disabled iCloud. And especially because Apple was very insistent on pushing, their AI assistant. So like I tried to disable as much telemetrics as possible so that Apple, like, basically I was trying not to consent to as much information being sent for their Apple Intelligence as possible.
Yeah, that is 100% fair, and I'm not gonna. The conspiracy doggo in me is like looking at that like, why do they make their stuff breakable and also push all this like cloud stuff? Why do they change phones?
It's literally just planned
updates,
obsolescence bullshit.
These updates that make it where they suck, they make the UI suck, and everybody says they suck, but they still do it anyway and force you to go into it.
I mean, the UI thing is valid as far as I won't disagree that planned obsolescence is probably a thing, but I will say I had that Mac Mini for almost 5 years and it was still running great. So, like, for being a $250 purchase, I consider that extremely worth it. Like, if it weren't for these other issues that Apple insists on making their user experience worse, I would say that was the best computing experience of my life. And I go as far back. I played with 95, I played with 98. I spent a lot of time on Windows ME. So I spent a lot of time on Windows Vista. So I know how to troubleshoot things. I know how to resolve problems when things break in magical ways. I just hate it at this point. And like, for my purposes, I'm not a gamer. I don't really game anymore. I basically just needed something that would allow me to access the internet and allow me to use Clip Studio Paint and would let me use my tablet without issue, which somehow, for some reason, Windows is horrible about tablet drivers. You always see people having issues with Windows Ink versus WinTab support. I personally had this issue with Windows on my previous tablet where after a restart, I would have to reinstall the drivers for my tablet, but reinstalling the drivers for my tablet would need a restart. So I would get stuck on restarting until I would finally magically get the drivers working. And it would take like 30 minutes to an hour after every restart. And no matter how much I disabled Windows Update will just enable itself. To be fair, you should be updating. It's just I hate Windows Update so much.
I mean, fair enough.
I concur. I have nothing else to add besides I was going to bitch about my phone's stupid icon thing that popped up on the bottom of it that I couldn't get rid of that blocked most of the screen. It was worse before, but they made it a little better. But it sucks not being able to consent to that and be like, hey, I like how it was before. I could see all my screens. Stop making my screen smaller so you try to get me to buy another phone or something or force your UI on me.
I have not updated Discord on my phone in like 2-3 years before from before they changed the UI apparently on the phone. So I still have the like classic Discord UI on phone.
Oh, yeah, fair.
And I refuse to update it in case it does get rid of the UI that I actually know and like.
That's also fair.
The downside is that I can't see forwarded message on my phone at all for any reason. If it's a forwarded message, I cannot see it on my phone. I would rather not see forwarded messages than learn a new UI, though. I will be a boomer about it.
Hey, do what you're comfy with. Same with all this freaking AI getting pushed and Bixby and all the voice things and stuff that people probably don't want. It's fair to have preferences when it comes to your stuff. Like, it's stuff you buy and you want to use. It sucks that we live in an age now that there's so many updates and things going on all the time that you can't opt out of with your tech, your tech. That makes things not very user friendly and more just for the people to find ways to get you to spend more money.
And instead, we should pet the raptor and give him love.
What? How'd you get
And
to?
wish
How
him
do we
happy
get there?
birthday.
Cooper.
I approve of this notion.
How are we getting to this? I didn't even get it. I didn't even do anything.
And what was that, Ninja?
Oh, so you think you need to do something in order to receive love and affection? No, incorrect.
You don't want to know the answer to that question.
That's why I said no, incorrect.
Yeah.
What did you say, Ninja?
And wishing him a happy birthday.
Ah, yes.
Yes, true. Happy birthday, Rex.
I'm so
Happy birthday,
you
Rex.
told me happy birthday. Oh, I'm so it's 2. Thank you.
Happy birthday to the raptor. Happy birthday to the raptor.
Okay, you're going. Don't you do the freaking song? I will DDT you.
Happy birthday, dear Rex.
Stop, you goober.
Happy birthday to you.
You should play Furry and Project Silverfish is like Stalker, but you get to play as a Scaly. It's really good. It's a demo out. Also, my co-punk's a good co-op game. Alright, thanks.
Rex,
What up?
you're a good boy.
Thank you. Anywho, need a STEM toy that's going to be effective. Don't do this one. This will embarrass yourself. How about this one? There we go.
Oh yeah, happy birthday, Lightpaw.
Oh, happy birthday! It's Lightpaw's natural birth. Lightpaw, let's focus on Lightpaw. Happy birthday, Lightpaw.
Happy birthday, Lightpaw.
Hey. The squeak's for you. There you go. That was a really good joke. Oh. I hope you have a dino-tastic birthday. You get how Here, just there you go. You get that's for you. I won't squeak it anymore.
I still love how every time he squeaks it, he has a little gasp with it. He gets himself with the squeaky ball.
That's why I'm not squeaking it anymore. Hey, Lightpaw's launching a paintball. Actually, I did not think I could just toss the ball up and down and just catch it. That's pretty fun too. And it doesn't cause a squeak. It's not making too much noise. So I'm actually, yeah, fun new way to stem. Cool. Did you know that as a dog you can play catch with yourself? It's crazy. You can also pet other dogs. These are life hacks for you. From Puppy Rex. You're welcome. Yes, Rosseski, wish Lightball a happy birthday. Thank you. Pit-pot, pit-pot.
What?
Did you just undertell? You get no squeak. There you go.
You hear him squeak at that?
Yeah, it's great.
He's adorable.
I am avoiding hearing that so I don't lose my composure.
You are such a good puppy. Oh, yes, you are.
Okay,
Oh, yes,
put down the
you
ball.
are.
I'm just
Pet,
gonna-
pet, 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 pet.
Just tap. Just tell taps. Don't touch the ball anymore.
My good pet.
I haven't had that crit in a bit. Alright. Okay. Need something. Is there like a pillow or something soft I can tap on so I'm not making too much noise? Okay, how about this? There we go. Ha! I have a cube. It's a STEM toy with a bunch of buttons, an analog stick, a rolling ball, a light switch. Haha! Or I could just play a game and just zone out for a little bit. Or someone could have a conversation and talk about something so I'm not yammering out here. Y'all
This
being
is
quiet on
adorable.
purpose. Say.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
this is
keep
adorable.
talking, so how are we going to get any words in?
You're right.
You're just like a husky that's being very talkative. You just keep going. That's you.
I'm
And it is
That's you right
so
now.
adorable.
I'm not even.
You literally were just
No, I
doing
mean-
it.
Regin is very correct.
CJ, go try out Star Racer. It looks like a good racing game. I'm gonna try it myself sometime.
And remember, Rex, I just described you as doing that in front of my coworkers. So now my coworkers know you're doing that.
No! Why? Why you gotta point all that out? Anywho. Peek's a good game.
All right. Well, anyway, since Rex wants us to change the subject, Lightpaw, what's your class spec? I know you have one, nerd.
What's his what?
Class spec. Class spec.
Class spec.
Just tell it to me, Lightpaw.
I don't know the context, but it seems like they know. Night of Hope. I'm gonna Google this.
I'm gonna
I have-
pop off now.
Good night, Geemond. You're a cutie.
Thank you, man.
Night, night, demons.
May you dream of hash browns.
Night of Hope. Got it.
What are you two even going on about?
They're talking about Homestuck.
Oh.
Yeah. I totally remember what class specs are now. I don't have one, but I do like the music of that Homestuck. Got to like chapter 4? I don't remember. I was like 200 pages in there.
So you got like 10% of the way into the story. Got it.
Pretty much, yeah. I didn't get like all the way in, but I got to the trolls.
I have a very aggressive opinion about Homestuck, and I mostly have this opinion because I was around during the earlier days of MSPA. So like I was actually there when Problem Sleuth was going. Originally, Homestuck was an actual choose your own adventure. People could put in requests for actions that Andrew Hudson would draw the characters
I
doing.
love quests.
Yeah.
I did that too. I was like around when it was still you could still change stuff.
I still do quests.
I'm explaining for the general audience that doesn't know.
Although I was just bored
Hi.
being a nerd and
I'm
saying
just
I
excited
still
to talk about
actively do quests.
I am
Yeah.
general audience that does not know.
Ash is waving at us.
Anyway, it's basically just a webcomic, but in the earlier days, you could put in suggestions for what the characters would do inside the webcomic. And of course, this means that the webcomics just go like completely off the rails. And I still think like Problem Sleuth is probably peak early internet. I wouldn't call it early internet, but at this time, I guess you could say it's early internet. You know, being old and all that.
You just make
But Homestuck. Yeah.
Thought it was old being saying
Get
happy
used,
birthday. That made me older. Thanks.
get used to feeling that, Rex. It only gets worse.
Yeah.
But
Finding Nemo. When did that come out?
yeah. But anyway, Homestuck. And what I really loved about Homestuck was it very much captured a lot of the magic and wonder of like being a child, being a young person, and having these imaginative journeys that are just like absolutely ridiculous and nonsensical, but are super fun. And a lot of that stuff is like before Homestuck came around. Those are the kinds of fantasies and imagined journeys that I would have taken myself. But it reached a point where it really went off the rails. And part of that is because it got really, really popular, because this was when Tumblr started taking off. And Tumblr fandoms in the earlier days of Tumblr was it was something. We could describe it as something and just leave it at that.
It was a thing. That's definitely true.
Yes. But it reached a level of popularity where Andrew Hussey wasn't able to take suggestions for what the characters would do anymore. So it turned into a story that he created himself. And in some ways that was good, and in other ways it was ridiculous. My aggressive opinion is that peak Homestuck is the end of Act. And that's very, very early in Homestuck. It's like, it's probably like 300, 400 pages into the 8,000 page monolith.
Yeah.
So that's not very far in. But Jack Descend is like peak storytelling. And I think
I was
Jack
literally just thinking Jack Descend, yeah.
Ooh.
I know, it's so good.
I was wondering why it fell off. Maybe that was why it fell off.
I still listen to Black, like unironically, just because.
Yes. It's on my playlist. I have like so much stuff on my playlist.
I somewhat recently had just a thing where I wanted to listen to Homestuck music, so I just started listening to Homestuck music again, and it's still so good. Those artists did fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Toby Fox.
Not even just everybody was listening. Freaking crazy how good music was coming from that. Animation.
Like I still appreciate a lot of the later stuff. Like Cascade was still fine, but I think once you hit Act 4, it's a very, very slow decline. It's like, it's hardly perceptible, and I can only recognize it in retrospect. But it's a very slight decline until all of a sudden you hit like mid Act 5 to beginning of Act 6. Like once they start talking about the scratch, it's just like the quality drops like a rock. Because I mean, throughout Act 1 through Act 3, it's an actual organic story that goes as you would expect a story would. The world itself matters. The things that the characters do inside that world matter. And then it reaches a point where suddenly it doesn't really matter what they're doing anymore. All that matters is this weird, dumb stuff that's going on between the trolls and all this metacognition stuff. Like, you reach a point where Andrew Hussey is literally trolling his own audience because he invented completely new shipping diagrams with the trolls. Like, I saw people genuinely, unironically taking the quadrants serious and trying to apply it to real life. And it was just like,
oh no.
Yeah.
So absurd. And you started getting to the point where, like, it was just constantly retconning, like, Vriska's dead, now she's not, now she is, now she's not, oops, I guess she's just going to come back and be super relevant 3,000 pages from now. Sorry.
I see. Yeah, I dropped off around that before all that started happening. I just knew, like, for me, that story was getting very much hard to keep up with. I don't have the full details, but I do remember, like, really enjoying the first ones, like the beginning for all that.
I do fully agree with you there, Regin, though.
Yeah, I agree as well. I'm gonna go back and listen to like some like stuff from like the beginning stuff, like the beatdown round 2 stuff.
Yes, Lightpaw, I do yes, Lightpaw, I do remember your shipping document in Retrograde Renegades.
What?
Oh yeah,
so
that.
What?
it was especially funny because like half of the players were actually in on it and the other half weren't in on it. So there was this whole episode where I believe it was with Moriarty. Lightpaw and Moriarty were talking about Zim's character, the professor, and the need to hook the professor up with someone to fall in love with. And they basically spent this whole episode trying to find a female of his kind to hook him up with, only for the funny punchline of the professor revealing that he's gay.
Yeah.
And also Moriarty was gender bent for this for some reason.
What?
So
that sounds entirely in character for Moriarty.
Huh.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Lightpaw's character was gender bent more often than anybody else combined. But essentially we had this water elemental thing in our ship that could produce almost any fluid that we wanted. Lightpaw's character liked to, gender shifting elixir on tap. Just cause.
I mean, as silly as it is, I thought it led to some pretty great shenanigans. Like the incident where the professor got ginger bent without his consent and like threw a fit, and then from then on literally lived on the equivalent of space ramen noodles because he didn't trust anything that the ship made otherwise.
For very good reason.
Yeah, if you got drugged in your food, I'd say that would be a.
Yeah, please do not gender bend your shipmates without their consent.
Yeah.
Lightpaw. But yeah, this kind of led to a whole thing where the professor was just holed up in his lab doing experiments and being, a crazed scientist professor. And the rest of the crew was like, I'm worried about him. We should hook him up with a lady.
Yeah, that did not end well. He had his companions, he was happy. It did end well for Moriarty. But then again, it's Moriarty. Most things did. Well, actually, I suppose I should take that back. There was the race. Where we still have had the biggest filibuster in the channel's history of him filibustering to get the chat to help him out with rerolls and such.
Thank you, Outer Space Foundation.
Yes.
Yeah, wasn't that the reason why you instated the Marten bot rule?
Yes. Yes, it was.
Joke.
Though, I will say, like, if somebody pulls off a filibuster like that, I'll let them.
Oh, did he just like go on like an actual filibuster?
Yes. An actual filibuster. But mostly it's a matter of, you know, you get the Marten bot, and if nobody replies in the chat in that time, then we move on. But yeah,
on one hand,
it
I
was
prefer-
more than 10 minutes. It was, I swear it was at least 30.
Now, look. On one hand, I prefer actually playing the damn game, but on the other hand, it would be hilarious to see how hard I could filibuster.
The person who created Yakovich is like, I prefer playing the game.
Yeah, look, Yakovich is a great little funny character, but I don't insert him into things like on repeat because he's a good joke character. He's not a good serious character.
You didn't until the card was made, and then the card started getting
asked for
played
the card.
every.
And then I implemented a rule with Zim that I'll only do it once a session.
I know, it's hilarious.
Because people started playing it like 3 times a session.
But by the way, Talgeris, I have reached the point of ATA where you started going on rants about Steve. So that's right.
About what?
You cut out.
Steve.
Oh,
About
yeah,
Steve.
Steve.
Where I finally brought up Steve because my computer problems were getting like severely bad, and I still think it's legitimately funny that at one point Tanya talked shit about Steve and then immediately had awful computer problems.
I was telling Zim because before he met you, Zim didn't have the audio issue, or sometimes his audio would just bug out. But then after meeting you, it started happening. So I blame Steve.
To be fair, some of my friends legitimately have gotten haunted by Steve. So there was one guy I was friends with. His name's Simon. I would go over to his house pretty frequently. At one point, he called me at like 2 a.m. just being like, "The computer is talking to me. Voices are coming out of the speakers. What the fuck do I do? Help?"
Gee.
And I literally sighed. Like drove over to his house, bleary-eyed at like 2:30 in the morning, looked at the laptop, poked it a few times, and then went, "Steve, I used this for a couple hours. It's not mine. Go the fuck home." And then I turned around and left, and the computer acted completely normally after that. Literally one thing that my dad heard like on the baby monitor when I was a kid was literally like a guy's voice going through it calling himself Steve, which is why we call my personal ghost Steve.
Ah. There's lore.
It's not a random name. Literally every single member of my family has seen ghosts in my house. I live in an 1800s house.
You see, I thought you were talking about Steve from Minecraft.
No.
The Horror Brian, whatever his name is.
No, like I'm talking like a ghost named Steve.
Huh.
My grandma has seen a lady in a white dress just like bawling her eyes out.
Oh.
My sister saw a little girl down by the bottom of a hill where a weeping willow used to be. You know, it's like my house is totally fucking haunted.
Hey, sir, master, do we have to wait till Halloween to watch more Ghost Adventure stuff again? We have to wait till it's October?
No, I
would
could
really
go
like
for
to watch
that
more.
again.
Okay, cool. Just throwing it out there randomly, no reason.
If I will say it would be very, very scary if Steve just so happened to haunt my Mac so that it would just magically turn on even though the power supply is burnt out.
That would be really spooky, yeah.
And if he were to do this, I would draw fan art of an Ender Dragon being haunted by him. I'm just throwing this out
I'm
there
not
to
even
the
gonna
universe.
joke. He actually did turn on my computer once when it wasn't plugged into the wall.
Spooky. I want to see.
I'm not even joking. He has done that before.
I know that I'm just throwing it to the universe. It would be very spooky if it happens. And I will draw fan art for it.
Well, the problem is that he knows that you want it to happen, so.
Yeah,
I know.
Like that. Yeah.
Oh yeah. But to return to the whole Homestuck thing, a the formation of it is it's basically just this adventure game that a whole bunch of preteens start playing, and it turns into a reality bending thing. Like you can there's one element where as a host you're able to build things onto the other player's house. And like it's literally modifying reality like that. And then as the client, you are, actually going out and slaying monsters and partaking in an adventure game. And the whole purpose of it is that a group of players connect in a client host relationship. So everyone's a client and everyone's a host. And as part of the adventure game thing, everyone has a class and an aspect. And I just wanted to call Lightfall out and ask what their class spec is.
I'm a nerd, and I still take part in and run a text quest.
Text quest, huh?
Yeah, it's where chapters will be posted thing by thing, and there'll be turns and all of that.
God, I love those. The choose your own adventure type, chat room made stories. I don't know the names of them, but I've seen a bunch of them, whether it's either just all in text, a comic, or just pictures one at a time where you can decide what the next thing is going to happen. I like those are really cool.
Yeah, I specifically like doing text quests.
Mm-hmm.
No, I just like it. It's a lot of fun for me, and I get to do a lot of shit.
Yeah,
and also I get to watch people absolutely fucking lose it over other people's plans being slightly different than their own, and they have there's 9 actions that they're each taking, and they agree on 8 of them, and they will fight tooth and nail at each other's throats over the one. It is hilarious.
Yeah, that sounds right. Hi, Achi.
I will remind you, 2 weeks out of a year, I will legitimately, unironically boot up League for the same reason people go to the zoo. I'm there for the animals.
Oh, I can't even say anything because I watched Moist Critical do reviews of Gamer Rage and just analyze and talk to a psychiatrist about it. It was very interesting. But yeah, I totally get what you're saying.
Yeah, so I'm just there to see the animals, simple as.
Sure you haven't, Lightpaw. Sure you haven't.
I'm gonna recheck Homestuck stuff. One of it is a video on YouTube that covers a lot of it, so I can just kind of revisit some nostalgia. And I'm gonna be looking at some texts.
I'm still tempted to see how long I could filibuster, even though I actually just want to play the games instead. Look, individual role, I don't give a shit if I fail an individual role or something. I'd rather just play the game.
Well, I presume you wish you could fail a couple more individual roles as Nova, so you can get those juicy boost die. But
literally the one boost die I had, I used up on a totally worth it joke. It was totally worth it.
The grow.
Did you tell Rex what my joke was?
What did
Go ahead.
Tal. Before you get into this, before you were making the jokes and whispering it and stuff, as soon as it came up, in my head, I was like, "What's slugma?"
Okay, so Rex, effectively, there was a thing where there was some slugma showing up in Wild Traditions, And I was
Oh,
sitting there
no.
dying the whole time that it was happening and like pounding the table, just trying not to say the joke.
Yeah.
And then like, eventually it just got to the point where I'm just like slug balls. And like everyone fucking died.
I
You
let
just
him.
let it
minus
blur
one.
out. You just couldn't.
I let him have it once.
Yeah, and then he said an entire team of Slugma like came out.
Everybody was thinking it, and then a bunch of them came.
Yeah, and then there was a bunch of Slugma, and then I was just like Slugma balls them out. And everyone just fucking lost it because I said it really lowly and like very obviously because I couldn't not say it anymore.
Oh, you said it low. Wait, did you say?
Oh yeah, no, I said it like
it was a
Slugma balls.
barely audible whisper. Like
I would have fucking lost it if I heard that low. I would have been containing it myself at the time if I didn't already say it.
you
Oh, yeah,
could
no,
tell
literally,
how
like-
Grace was trying to contain himself but failed.
Yeah.
To be fair, at that point, I
makes
just
it funnier.
said, I can't hold it anymore. I gotta at least say it a bit.
That makes it funnier. Like he couldn't contain himself. He's like whispers.
Like I said, I let him have it once, and then he continued. And then I got in, and I had to take action.
Oh.
The funny part is, I don't even really think those jokes are very funny, but I used to watch a lot of Simple Flips, and Simple Flips was
Shout out to
just
Simple
obsessed
Flips.
with Ligma jokes. Shout out to Simple Flips.
Shout out to watch more Simple Flips. I'm gonna make a note of that too.
So even if I don't think they're particularly funny, it's still like ingrained in my head that as soon as I hear something, it's like, oh, Ligma Shield. Good time, Dragon.
But yeah, no, like after I just like had to say it again, like it just resulted in like the entire voice chat fucking losing it.
That's funny.
You got it once. I allowed that. But not again.
You have no idea the amount of those jokes that I have, but just don't say. There's only so many of the non-existent boost die I ever get in that game that you could take away from me.
I will find something else to take away! Don't
What are you gonna do?
test
Take
me.
away the luck? You gonna take away the luck?
I'll start taking away attributes.
Oh no.
Your building power move starts at a -1 penalty now.
Well, you don't like cascading luck? My bypass accuracy building power move? Unironically, that is actually on Nova's sheet, and that is what it's called. It's called cascading luck.
Cascading luck? You have a luck move?
Nova's entire thing is being lucky both in and out of game.
That's kind of wild how did you like
No, so you know, like,
after you
so
started
I
getting-
gave him natural defense at the start of the game, and like I told everyone, Nova's natural defense is luck themed. Like, he's just a lucky little dumbass. And that was the joke. And then the universe decided to take my joke and make him like, the Salmonella, like the Timothy Dexter RN Jesus looks at a drooling little loaf child and go, "You, my son, you will be the one with all the figgy pudding." That was our Jesus towards Nova's existence, as he regularly rolls more successes than he rolls dice.
How is that? That's crazy.
You don't under, it happens at least like once a
hear about
session
it.
if there's a couple of rolls.
I don't get like to be able to watch all of them. I watch catch like bits and pieces, but I definitely have heard a lot about your luck and how you have the memes already. So, I know
Well, literally, there's the memes, and then there's also the fact that if we want Nova to have like, if we want certain things to happen, me and Zim just agree to not let him roll.
Damn, you still get the rolls. Dang.
I have to do something. I have to do something.
Difficulty 9. He gives Nova difficulty 9, and I still roll more successes than I roll dice.
Oh man.
Why don't you elaborate on what the only thing he fails at is?
What was that?
Why don't you elaborate at what the only thing he fails at is?
Oh, what's that?
Trying to drink the ocean.
God, he's such. That's great.
That is the only thing he consistently loses at.
Wait, stop, pause, rewind. Consistently, you keep trying?
Pause.
Pause. That's
Yes.
great.
Nova has indeed kept trying.
That's fucking wild. I can't even say there's a YouTuber that does that too, or did that as a bit.
Look,
But that's
there
so
is a
silly.
there is a reason that I have just joked that Nova is just apparently secretly CL's long lost like spirit child.
Oh man, that's fun.
Imagine like young CL energy, but like give him even less brain cells.
Yeah, from the sound. I still remember the whole headbutt story from before too. So, yeah.
It's just a thing where Nova is the luckiest little boy, and he makes the rest of my characters look unlucky with their rolls.
Like all your RNG goes to that one character.
No. Like you have to remember, my rolls are really fucking good. He makes the rest of my characters look like little dirt poor luckless children.
Jesus.
You don't
I've seen the rolls in
understand?
Lost to Chaos too. They're pretty good as well sometimes. But yeah, I've heard the whole bunch of rolls. So, yeah.
You could like I guarantee that by the natural conclusion of the game's end, you could have like, you know, a Mr. Blue Sky like entire thing where every single beat is a ridiculous roll.
That'd be a
The thing where it goes where it does like even the fast roll and just flashes a bunch of images real quick. You could absolutely already do like that entire intro sequence
even
just with Nova's.
And everyone's your really high. That's a lot of
And then it goes
rolls.
dugga-da-dugga-da-do. You could even fit in the dugga-da-dugga-da-do. Like that stuff
And you
with
still
it being different rolls already.
That is silly and honestly hilarious to imagine as a video.
And like I'm just gonna say, it is simultaneously hilarious and also fucking astounding. Because it would be one thing if it was just like it happened a couple times and we laugh about it still and it's a joke. It is an ongoing issue.
Yeah, Lightpaw, or Gib Gab, yeah. Lightpaw did decide to just rip off your clothes.
Who's close?
Lightpaw ripped off Gib Gab's clothes.
Yes.
Eternally thirsty indeed.
I have been vaguely considering if I need to make a new Pokemon character, what kind of Pokemon it should be, so.
Oh.
Fair.
So Tal, you're running a new campaign on the channel for Kingdom Hearts, right?
You're doing a Kingdom Hearts one? Oh, that's sick! I love Kingdom Hearts. I bet Ren's gonna love that too.
So funnily enough, I actually know nothing about Kingdom Hearts.
What?
That's okay. Nobody else does either.
Red
I mean,
does?
ironically, that
I
means it'll
do.
be a better story than what Kingdom Hearts has.
No, that's fair. It'll make more sense. No matter what, it's gonna make more sense.
The only thing I know is that what like fucking Davi's like one of the like the most like nuclear mages to ever exist in terms of power level. Which is also hilarious that they didn't just give him a fucking like Keyblade or something, considering the man was in the Navy. And like literally in the comics, like has straight up pulled guns on people.
Tanya, why are you sleeping in the shower?
Someone's sleeping in the shower. What? It's been a good shower.
Okay.
Is there a tub? I guess they're just tired. Maybe they're in a hot bath. They fell asleep. Who knows?
I did also recently make the recommendation of an all of Ollie campaign.
Oh, that'd be cute. All about make us in space and stuff, right? That'd be dope.
Yeah, I am torn on if I get another, generic sci-fi campaign, not, Star Wars specific or something else like that. On whether I should bring the professor back or make an Avali.
Huh.
The only reason why I'm hesitating on the Avali is I know me, they're going to be a new character and I'm going to have to get a bunch of art of them.
I mean, I will say,
awesome.
as fun as the idea is of an all of Ollie campaign, I don't think it's going to have the kind of lasting power that an all Cobalt campaign had.
I like StarCraft related. People like StarCraft.
It's not StarCraft.
Awesome. Oh, sorry, that's StarCraft. The Starbound, right?
They are modded into Starbound.
But yeah, they're from Starbound. Sorry, I'm bad with names. They're a mod for Starbound. Mod species, right?
Yes.
I need to figure out.
I see them all over the place. They're not just they show up like everywhere now in the other mods and whatnot. So.
Also, my opinion is, if you have the opportunity to bring back the professor, you absolutely should, because the professor is wonderful.
That's what I was going to say that too. I agree. Why not? Could have him at least cameo. Yeah.
You should really figure out what to do with Starlight Shade. I mean, like, he already exists, so, like...
Do you say Starlight? You picked that, Tom?
Yeah, I said, I need to figure out what to do with Starlight Shade. Because, like, Last Hope Shade is fine, but, like, Starlight Shade.
I need to learn more about Shade. That's one of your characters I've not been able to, like, watch a lot of.
Yeah, Shade is one of the ones that I made, like, intentionally complex. Rather than me just, like, going overboard because I'm me, like, he's actually, like, intentionally like this.
Okay.
Basically, take former psychopath, PMD him, and then have that fix his brain so he has actual emotions now.
Oh, he went from psychopath to emotions? Oh, that's
yeah, he did it the other way around, where he was a psychopath and then he got, like, actual emotions. He got better, but he has no idea what to do with it because he doesn't understand the emotions that he's actually feeling. So he, like, halfway leans back on what he's used to, but he also tries to be, like, the opposite of how he used to be. But also, he kind of has a problem where he has, like, really bad, like, multiple personality disorder. And the other personalities are not nearly as, wanting to be reformed. So he, like, usually just constantly beats them down with the equivalent of a mental stick, just being like, no, bad, we're being better. But if he ever starts crashing out for like any given reason, he can and will just kind of like start being kind of very evil again.
Gotcha. Won't crash out.
Because like he wasn't just like psychopath. He was like really fucking like one of his personalities literally like created a cult and then turned it into a death cult.
What? Jeez,
Yeah.
So extreme. It's like Moon Knight stuff.
Yeah, so like there's Sylvester who ran a cult, turned it into a death cult, and then like effectively retired. That's the original personality.
Sylvester's the one of the cultures, got it.
Yeah, Sylvester's probably the worst one of the group, but he's also like the least active. Because he effectively like he had his big thing and he retired mostly because now he can just watch the other personalities like do their stuff and get entertainment from it anyway. So he's effectively just like getting entertainment for free usually.
Gotcha.
Then there's Sebastian, whose like entire thing was like joining organizations or creating organizations, things of that nature, getting them to trust him. And then the moment before they won, or right when they thought they had got away with it, he'll betray them.
He'll knock them.
Yeah, he will just straight up wait until they're about to win, and then snatch everything from them because he thought it was really funny. So he has an egregiously high kill count though because he would one of his favorite things to do is like why. Unless he knew he could get away with it, why would I risk like trying to like Rambo them when instead I could just plant explosives and call it good? I'll just plant a bunch of incendiary explosives and like blow and burn them up. It's fine. And then like if there were like solo people he wanted, he would like nab them in particular. But like for the vast majority of the groups, you would just like blow it all up.
Yeah, they get Breaking Bad.
Yep. And then there's Sean, which is quite possibly the most black comedy one of the group because he's very socially shy with like a stutter and everything. But if you leave him alone with anyone and he wants them as a target, he goes full psycho killer on them.
No.
So his build even has like he straight up has like horror movie mechanics. He has a move called Stalk, where it raises his speed.
Yeah.
And but it lowers his ethereal integrity, which is really funny because he has naturally because it's like he still has Shade's body. He still has a fucking ridiculously high like physical integrity score.
Mm-hmm.
Like his natural physical integrity is a 10. His natural ethereal integrity is a 5, and on Stalk, raise speed by 3 scene, raise accuracy by 3 scene, raise evasion by 3 scene, lower ethereal integrity by 3 scene, stealthy. And so he literally stalks you from the shadows.
Yeah.
He walks as fast as you jog or run usually. So he does the horror movie thing of where he's just walking as fast as the person running away from it is and like catches up to them anyway.
He's just walking up to you, but he's catches up to you. Yeah, that's pretty dope.
Yeah,
he's literally just a Dead by Daylight killer.
Yeah.
But here's the funny thing: because his ethereal evasion is so low, or ethereal integrity is so low, but his physical integrity is so high, he also has the horror movie mechanic or horror villain mechanic of if you try and like stab or shoot him, like nothing happens. But if you like light him on fire or do something special, he's made out of like wet cardboard.
You gotta do like the big kill. You gotta that's amazing. That's a callback to all the horror movies. You gotta
I did this thematically.
That's freaking sick. Yeah, that's freaking sick.
He also has a move called Mark, where first of all, obligatory. Oh, hi, Mark. Second of all, it has stealthy, medium range, and it lowers the target's physical integrity and evasion by 3. In the meantime, it also gives them insulated and removes a negative condition if they have any of those, which has the very funny effect of basically making it so that way the people running away from him are like immune to like conditions and all that, and he's like removing conditions if they're picking them up somehow. Which again, like horror movie thematics of like all of that. And then he has one called Frenzy, where he raises his crit chance by 2 scene. It has stealthy on it. It applies 2 stages of berserk, and it raises his physical damage by 3.
Oh, he goes on a frenzy.
Yeah, on frenzy. So when he frenzies, here's the thing. He has a knife. The knife has strike capable, which means he can use it in conjunction with strikes. Berserk forces you to go to the nearest person and use strike against them. Berserk 2 forces you to multi-attack with strike.
Oh, dang.
Which means he literally goes into a blood frenzy and starts using a knife to strike people, and the knife has +1 crit chance innate, and he gets +2 crit chance by frenzying, so he's at +3 crit chance over crit character.
Jesus.
While he multi-attacks you with strike, so he's also lowering your thing. So if he marks you, he stalks you, and he frenzies you, you are so fucked.
I would hate to actually fight that as an enemy in a game at all. Like,
yeah, but this is also, but he only
he
only starts doing this if you leave him alone with someone.
Yeah.
If you leave him like with a group of people, even like 2 people is enough, he will just be very socially like awkward and nervous and shy.
You won't even know about it, but when he's like, yeah, Jesus.
He literally intentionally wears like the kind of glasses where they like constantly catch light, and like has a very nervous demeanor and has like a nervous posture and all of that. So he basically just looks like a very like socially anxious, like physically attractive nerd that like is like an accountant or whatever that has like almost no spine. He would cozy up to like whoever like the strongest, most powerful, influential person around was, wait until they trusted to be alone with them, and then proceeded to vastly enjoy the look on their face when their nervous assistant who got twitchy around guns was in the middle of murdering them. Like a slasher movie villain.
Yeah.
So that's what Sean does. Sylvester has silver tongue kind of things, where he has something called Charming Deal. What that does applies 2 stacks of Charmed at long range, with an application roll of 27 and a save SR of 13. Target up to 5 people, and as a negative, it applies Inspired to the target. He literally gives you a buff, and if he crits you, you're now his ally, regardless of your formal loyalties. So, like, let's say there's a boss fight and they have like underlings. He talks to the underlings, steals them out from under the boss, gives them a buff, and has them like turn on and stab their former leader.
Jeez, what is it? Holy crap, that's good.
This is very funny. He also has something called, he also has a move called Silver Tongue, where it lowers the target's soul save by 3 for the scene.
Turkey.
It's, Turkey. It's a very funny setup where he literally just talks to you and you switch sides, and it's very thematic because this is the man who ran a death cult.
Okay, that makes sense.
So, you know, if he's talking at you and you let him continue to talk, don't. In fact, maybe don't believe the man who admits to running a death cult. Sebastian is far more like straightforward when it comes to like his moveset thing, like the example one that I made, because he likes guns. He really likes guns. He likes guns and explosives. So, you know, I don't know if this will, if Dot will actually use this, but like as like an example, I made like a weapon where it has a penetration value of 9.
Jeez. Fun number.
Which also means it does like almost nothing by itself, but also penetration value 9. If you have 9 or less physical integrity, it ignores all of it.
Yeah, it's full on like freaking 50 cal or something. Jeez. revolver.
It's a revolver, so he's got a 6-shooter.
Oh, revolvers are that would work.
Yep. He also has a very funny move that he likes to meld onto gunshots, which is called Feint and Lame, where it lowers the target's speed and evasion. It's literally the equivalency of like melding an attack into his gun and then shooting your leg out.
Jeez.
To note, all of these are still like variations on Shade, and they literally all still have the conversion amp gain, as well as the true heal and at least a form of the move that he uses to like use his ability on the world. Some are better at other things. For example, Shade is the best at actually using the healing move. The others, comparatively, are kind of not that good at it. Shade has it as a dynamic.
Okay, something broke here.
Oops.
Oh, what broke?
Half my people are just standing there, as well as all of my animals are just like frozen in place.
Yeah, you might want to try reloading or something.
That's gonna take so long.
I think some are moving.
Yeah, some are moving, but half of them are just like stuck.
Yeah.
I guess I can go back to the main menu.
Yeah. But yeah, for example, Shade has all like the healing move as a dynamic, so he has a full standard and quick variation on it. With his standard action version being better than all of the other standard action version. The others only have a standard action version that has a lower amount of dice to roll.
Oh, good they moved. Good.
On the downside, Shade's game plan is comparatively very straightforward. He walks at you, runs at you, does the whatever towards you, and if he reaches a melee with you, you lose.
Oh, within melee range?
Yeah, because he is effectively a Death Knight build. But instead of having like really high armor, he just has really high natural integrity and a really good selfish heal.
Yeah.
So it's literally the equivalency of you let the Death Knight get into melee with you, you lose.
Got it.
Because the thing is that Shade has a sword he uses, and he has a move that he likes to use. And what he especially likes to do is to meld the two of them together. And if he melds the two of them together and uses something like heavy attack, which he has, it is very easy for him to roll 48 power dice at you before any sort of things like potential crits, any sort of damage increases he has, any of that. So imagine someone where they have a true heal, and if they reach you, they are going to smack you for 48 power dice in a single turn.
Oh, nice.
On the other hand, he has literally no ranged options. He has 0 ranged attacks. He doesn't even have like a shitty ranged like plinking move.
Oh, snap, he's melee range.
He is literally only melee.
You can zone him. As long as you don't let him get in close, you can still zone him out. But dang.
Yep. The hard part is that not letting him get close part. Because, well, you know, Shade has insane healing and very high health total and very high integrity. Like, Shade's current max HP is 32.
32.
Yep. He has 32 max health.
Okay. Oh, you're rescuing him. Yay. What are those? Those are yellow. Are those species? Never seen them.
Yellow-throated Marten?
Yeah, you got Martins now.
Well, I've had Martens. I
Haven't
made
seen
a
yellow
mod
ones.
to add Martens.
I am happy. You're gonna have more Martins.
Joke.
But yeah, Shade isn't exactly a Tonberry because he doesn't really like actually one shot anything. It's just that he has a relatively insanely high damage pool. Also, fun fact, if Shade stood there, it would be pretty hard for Vayne to even kill him.
Oh, dang.
If Shade literally stood there and just, like, made fun of Vayne, he would probably still just win.
That'd be a pretty crazy. That'd be on one of the versus battles. They had we had a versus character battle segment. I would like to see that fight. That'd be kind of wild. I don't know how you do it.
Vayne is a very interesting build because he punches really hard above his weight, but Vayne's problem is that he doesn't actually have defensive buffs or good sustain. So, like, Vayne tries to kill you by the end of, like, turn 3 or 4, because if he doesn't, he's not gonna win. He is, like, hard spec'd into... He is hard spec'd into a very specific strategy that he could use. Like you saw against Nazer when he got that, like, counter ambush thing. He can deal an insane amount of damage to you. But also it requires multiple different turns of setup where he isn't doing too much offensively, and then, you know, switch flick, he just kills you. So if, for example, you, like, do things that stop him from, like, properly, you know, setting up, or you're able to, like, get through his defenses in time, he just won't win. Against Shade, for example, Vayne could get his entire, like, combo off, and Shade would probably just be alive at the end of it.
Jeez, that much longer. Yeah, that's a lot of longevity. They can survive out.
That's without accounting for his actual, like, healing thing right away. Because then he would just heal it back afterwards and just kind of, like, stand there. Like, Shade's thing is, like, he just has like, a very, like, Death Knight-y, longevity-focused build.
That makes sense.
There's a reason I described it as, like, a Death Knight, because it is literally, like, the closest thing. He has effectively a dark-themed smite. He is pretty much locked to melee range, unless he does some fuckery. He has a really powerful self-heal that he can't extend to other people safely currently. And, you know, he has really high, like, physical defense and, like, still okay, like, magic defense, like the equivalency of, like, magic defense. But it's not, like, too great. So, like, to me, that screams, like, Death Knight archetype. Yeah, Shade as a character is, like, pretty, like, interesting and funny when he isn't also, busy crashing out over, like, one of the only people he considered a friend, like, dying in front of him.
Oh, jeez. Going some heavy stuff, too, over there. Oh, dang.
Yeah, a lot of tabletops tend to have some darker plot points.
Yep. And then you just get stuff like Shade getting mad at an innkeeper and, like, in the middle of, like, a bunch of chaotic things going down, stepping into the inn to knock over the complimentary, like, snack table at the entrance and then leaving.
Wait, what?
Yeah, no, he's done that before. That's literally like one of the first things he did as a character. He got really mad at an innkeeper in the middle of making an escape. He literally took the time to walk into the inn, knock over the complimentary food table at the entrance, and then turn around and leave.
Jeez.
The reason why? Because he said he would do it to the guy earlier in the day. And the interesting thing about Shade is that he may be like... Imagine like Fey trickery shit, but like in a tolerable way. I think it's the best way that I could put it. It's like tolerable like Fey mentality. He doesn't directly lie to you.
Okay.
He will not, like, if he says something, it won't actually be false, but he might phrase it in a way or pick and choose words that, like, are denotatively correct, but have, like, a certain connotation to change how you feel about it, things like that. That's what he would normally do. He's trying to, like, swear off doing that, and so is, like, trying to be super blunt, but that's what the other personalities will still do to people. So, like, if Shade says that he's going to do something, like, if you do X, I will do Y, that is exactly what he is going to do. And he will be doing that. For example, I literally have, like, a thing written down of, like, the kind of things that, like, in Last Hope Shade has threatened or promised or said that he would do. One of which is teaching Kin how to dance, so Kin isn't getting out of that one. Shade said that he was doing it, so he'll kidnap Kin right out of his office if that's what's required.
And we'll bring them somewhere to dance. Interesting.
Well, the person asked him to, like, teach him how to dance, and agreed that, you know, he owed a favor.
Huh.
And so, you know, Shade will, in fact, literally just go ahead and make sure that deal / promise / agreement gets fulfilled. Another one is he might have been drunk at the time, and it might have been half of Sylvester in control, but he promised to turn Arceus pink. And if Arceus was already pink, then he'd turn him green. That is unfulfilled, but he still remembers it. Yeah. And despite the fact that Arceus constantly smites him for entering into things like temples, if they met, Shade would do whatever he could to try and turn Arceus pink.
Understood.
He will actually abide by deals. Which, again, is one of the things that makes Shade a very tolerable character, because, like, you know, he'll do bullshit trickery, but, like, if you get him to agree to something, you know that he will actually follow through on it. You know, if you get him to agree to help, he will actually help you, instead of doing, like, the Fey bullshit of, I've given you advice, of course I've helped you. Deal complete.
I will be right back. Let's go get some water.
Hydrate thyself.
Yeah.
Let me know if you need any water. Oh, everybody hydrate. Everybody out there in chat, go hydrate. Kirby.
But yeah, I think that, like, actually just straight up abiding by deals instead of, like, doing bullshit trickery with them is one of the things that makes Shade a very, like, acceptable character, despite his predilection towards, you know, just kind of doing whatever he wants.
Yeah, I would agree.
Because, God, imagine trying to deal with someone like Shade if they just, like, also took every deal like how Fae treat deals. It'd be insufferable. I also like how it just makes him the natural enemy and counter to Fey and like Fey dealing and demon dealing, though. He's just like their natural predator in terms of deal making. It's great. He doesn't actually want whatever you're trying to peddle and offer and sell. He just wants to beat you in the deal, and that's it.
Oh gosh dang it. Fine. We'll put these over here. My colonists are angry because I'm disrespecting their idol or whatever.
I mean, if they want to see their idol get disrespected, just put shade in there.
What's happening with the idol?
Oh, I tried to put some stuff in there. And they were not allowed any workstations in the area.
Oh, really?
Also, fun fact for you, Rex. One time, the Shade sassed a zealot so hard they literally called on their god to help.
Wait, they called on their god? Jeez.
Yeah, because he sassed them too hard.
That level of sass did they call the god? Jeez.
When the god came down and, like, displayed their godly might, the first thing that Shade asked was, so are you, like, the actual god, or are you just middle management?
Are you like a god secretary?
Are you like
or
the
something?
actual god? Because, like, you know, I'm a busy person and I don't have all day, and I don't want to repeat all of my complaints about the poor quality of your evil henchmen and your zealots, because, like, you know, some pretty poor quality here, and I don't want to go repeating myself.
Sassy.
He can be very sassy when he wants to be. To be fair, he was also just getting really upset because, like, the zealot was just, like, complaining and, like, saying, my lord will, you know, XYZ thing, and he's just like, dude, I just want to fight you. Shut up and fight me. Stop talking about your lord. I don't care. Get your ass into the arena so I can fight you. And then Orin continued to not get into the arena. To be fair, the guy's rep got ruined so hard that the rest of the party also joined in on mocking him.
Jeez.
Which, like, you know it's bad when, like, even Hunter tries to push your buttons because you're being that pathetic about it.
I count 2 yellow Martens. Yeah, I'm hyped. Happy. I don't know. Martens are awesome. I'm a fan of yellow Martens right now. So yay.
Apparently, Demon lost his status as leader.
Well,
So we're gonna fix that.
Oh, okay.
Probably because he died.
Oh, that makes sense. Guess it just rotates it out. The oh. Oh, avoiding watching the Long John Silver's ad. Think about Long John Silver's right now. Yeah. Anyway, continue about Shade. I was actually liking that a lot. Yeah, it's a really interesting character. I haven't seen anything with him actually in the tabletop game like itself, but that's a yeah. I'm probably gonna actually. Yeah.
Shade is a little bit unique because tried to give him like extremely powerful ability that I specifically only use for narrative funny business or like very unique solutions. Also known as Culty's reaction to Shade's existence is actually pretty reasonable when it comes to I'm going to throw him into the fucking sun. Because Shade, first of all, has effectively like a transformative thing instead of illusion. Like, he doesn't have the normal Zora Zoroark illusion thing. He has a more like transformative thing that works either on himself or things that he's touching / can like reach out with his energy projection thing and like touch with that. Now, this has a very like neat application where he basically transforms into a healthy version of himself if he gets hurt. On the downside, this also means that he could change anything into just about anything if he tries hard enough, which is obviously hyper broken. He also currently can't heal other people with his ability because they just kind of die in screaming agony if he tries, and he isn't really willing to go through a bunch of different test subjects in order to figure that out, about how to do that without just, like, killing people in agony. Because he's trying to be a better person. But here's the thing. If he turns into you, he could steal your abilities. Like, you just use them.
Dang. Any you have, you just use them. No,
Yep.
Anybody
Yeah, pretty much. Like, canonically. He's very capable of that.
Straight up ditto.
Yep. So, like, imagine like full ditto bullshit, but like even more bullshit. And he could change other things around him too. And so imagine the narrative scope of that and what that can do. So I just nerf it by having him not use it to its full potential, very much so on purpose. Because, like, imagine if Shade actually tried, and for instance, tried turning into Culty.
Oh yeah. Jeez.
Imagine how bad that would go for, like, everyone involved.
Yeah, fair.
Like, imagine if, he wanted something, so he, like, turned into Chomper and then heart sent someone right in front of you. And just had that. It would be very bad. So he intentionally doesn't do that. That's just something he doesn't do.
Jade is strong.
Yeah. So the like overwhelmingly narratively strong, and so I just nerf him so that way it's fun for everyone again.
He was kind of given. He was given powers that he definitely should not have had, or any player should have had.
That was
Literally anyone should have had. Yeah. I mean, that's very accurate. So, like, instead of playing it straight and actually utilizing the power, I just, I kind of just have him, like, Bing chill exist with it. And, like, occasionally he does funny thing with it. But, like, that's about it. I was like, like I said, you could, like, I can still find ways to use the ability that's, like, legitimately fun and interesting.
Yeah.
But also, I do have to like intentionally nerf him because otherwise, he is like an auto win button for anything.
Jeez, if he was in death battles, he would win a lot of fights.
He would because
he would. Oh,
he has no. You don't. You
Jesus.
don't like literally. He has had all of his internal organs be external, and he just grew a new body the next turn. Canonically, he is the most like extreme bullshit.
Yeah, it started like a freaking DC.
There is a reason that like everyone else around him basically just goes, yeah, Shade, you can just go ahead and walk into that fortress. You'd probably be fine, but we'd all die, so let's not do that.
Yeah. Death Knight, tanky dude, would survive a lot of things. So.
Yep. So he canonically he is like the oest of peas, but also I don't play it like that, so it's again still pretty fine because I also the character has a reason to not do things in that way.
Yeah.
So it's not just like sudden idiot plot like Araki syndrome. It's the character intentionally going, maybe I shouldn't be doing that. Maybe this is a power that shouldn't be used like that, because the moment I start using it like that, the very bad things are going to happen to everyone else but me. Oh yeah, the most egregious part is that this, technically speaking, wasn't as powerful as his abilities could get.
Really?
Because in the setting, at least under Kerr, there was a system of marks where when you achieve your mark, you basically like unlock something special. And people that are born with marks have like extra special stuff. Like maybe there'd be like a second stage. I'm saying canonically, not how he played it, but like canonically.
Oh, I'm confused. I was like, that sounds interesting.
Yeah. So like that's the actual like canonical thing. It really wasn't like played properly like that. I guess I could say. But yeah. So here's the thing. Shade was never marked. He never got his mark ability.
I never got his mark ability.
Nope. That did not count as his mark ability. That was just something that he had.
It
He was going to get something even more strong and bullshit.
Oh.
It was literally a thing that I made on my character that Kerr just kind of took and made his own, and then never actually gave anything to my character for it.
Wait, what? Like,
Yeah.
You're gonna get any? What the heck? Huh.
Yeah.
Rosin.
Right, Jin.
Huh.
Is that done?
Hi.
Should I send that to
Are you
him?
okay, Rex? Yeah, I'm not really planning to do much more with it, so go ahead.
Hey, Light Paw!
You want to get a light bulb out too? I'm pulling both y'all in for a big hug.
Come join voice.
Jade, get in here. Tao, get in here too. Big hug. But yeah.
Not bad. But yeah, so I think the most like egregious part about it is that didn't count as Shade's like super special ability thing, which meant that it was going to either get more powerful or he would get something else on top of it.
Okay, well then, Light Paw, I guess I'll just show your birthday present like this.
Oh, birthday present? Yo, let's see it. Yeah. Hey. Happy birthday! Hope you have a dino-tastic birthday. That's awesome. That's such a good gift.
It's very good.
Oh.
That's all you're giving as a response? Really? Wow.
Yeah, where's the password?
Gosh, fine.
That's dope. Like, oh man,
To be
Happy
fair,
birthday,
though,
Lightpaw.
yeah, happy birthday. I will say, to be fair, in like a way where it's, you know, a little bit facetious, at least Shade was very reasonable compared to DRS Riv.
DRS Riv, huh? Oh, jeez.
Oh yeah, the other
Okay,
one that
so-
Kerr made very overpowered.
Beyond overpowered. Like,
What?
I didn't even have a way of nerfing it properly.
Did you get
It
a
was so
mechanic or something
powerful that I
might-
couldn't nerf it.
Jeez. What-
All right, so I'm gonna give you a
curious
list.
about
I'm gonna
that
give you a
too now.
list of abilities here that he had. So first of all, if he saw an attack used, he could remember it and become immune to it if it was used in the same way, i.e., like you didn't do something to change it, combo it, narratively like change how it worked for the next attack. He would just be immune now. Not for like the encounter. He just like was immune. So that was part one of the ability. He could deal attribute damage and freeze things, like basically like semi-permanently to permanently. Anything that he froze, he could reconstruct out of ice, and it would work and function as normal. This included people. So if he froze someone, he could just make an ice copy of them, and they would have all of the abilities and act independently, while still being like, you know, under his control. And this also included all previous like versions of himself that he had successfully analyzed. So he could also like, you know, backtrack and like load up previous versions of himself, make ice versions of previous versions of himself that would also have the ability to make ice copies of things.
Oh my god. This is ice cloning everywhere. All right. Sub-Zero times 1,000 KO Ken. All right, got it.
Yep. So, you know, he had more. He had more, don't worry. He was also
ice cloning and he can't be killed.
Yeah, no,
Yay.
so, you know, he had the ability to, like, data restore himself to, like, prior points. So, if you didn't just effectively, like, one-round him somehow, he would effectively undo the damage that you dealt him. In addition to that, like, you gotta remember, he's dealing attribute damage. So he's dealing attribute damage in an AoE around him as, like, a constant weather effect, while self-healing, applying a bunch of protect, and literally stalling you out until you freeze to death. Well, not to death, but, like, freeze. At which point, he could then just make a copy of you to fight against your former allies.
Typical Kerr game.
Jesus.
Literally... Oh, yeah, also, he had an effect that just doubled his health.
Okay, sure, why not? So on top
He
of
also
that,
just literally doubled his health.
just double it.
And
why not?
got
On top of everything.
+3 to all defensive stats, passive, like permanently,
What the heck?
when the calamity form was in control.
Hold on.
And this is also not including the fact that he had like he didn't have like Asher type insane data abilities, but he had them in like a different way that were also like just as insane.
Oh.
So like it was literally like I couldn't properly nerf it because it was just too much.
By the way, as an aside, I see Lightpaw is currently watching One Piece, to which I must ask, do you think Lightpaw would prefer the Yum Yum fruit, so they could be delicious, or the Egg fruit?
I think the most egregious part about Riv's ability list is that he had all of that, and like some people on the team were just dudes, like they were just normal guys.
Okay, Lightpaw. The devil fruits do what they say on the tin. The Gum Gum fruit makes Luffy gummy. If I'm suggesting that you have that egg fruit, what am I suggesting, Lightpaw?
Also, like, I just need to say, that's like in Magic saying reading the card explains the card. It is not that simple, Raijin. You know it.
Oh my.
Uh-oh.
Okay, well, if they're in Skypea, then it is that simple. Because the complexities of the fruits haven't been explained, and they won't be explained for another 200 episodes. Because that's the progression of One Piece.
Here, I just needed to point out that, like, you know.
Hey, I understand the gum gum fruit one real easily. I haven't watched a lot of One Piece, I'll be honest. I think that's still a good one.
And hello, Seda.
Oh,
Hey,
hello. Hey,
Oh, hi, Seda.
howdy, howdy, howdy.
Oh, yeah,
Goodness, aren't
also-
you a lovely dog? May I see your panties?
My brain
Also-
processed like 3 or 4 of those words, and I am severely lost. You know what? I'm just gonna get some ice cream.
All right.
Oh,
Dino egg ice cream time.
It's a reference to my favorite One Piece character. Every time he sees a lady, he says, "Goodness, aren't you a lovely lady? May I please see your panties?"
Oh my lord.
I need to watch One Piece more. What the heck? Oh, jeez. World.
I do think the wildest thing that I experienced in DRS was finding out about the Calamity thing literally in session.
Oh, in session?
Yeah, no, I wasn't warned ahead of time, literally at all. I just got a message from Kerr about it, like, mid-session.
Oh, it was like okay, it's a surprise. So Calamity and okay.
I literally didn't know until the other players did too.
Huh.
That was wild right there. I mean, like, I rolled with it because, you know, what else am I really supposed to do? But, like, also, goddamn.
Yeah.
Well, like, you know,
Also,
I
Brian-
rolled with it.
What was
I
that?
hope you're doing okay there.
Back from work. Gotta look. Oh, big hugs, Brian. Hope you do.
Pat the Brad.
You do better. Get some food, get some water, take a break. Don't get a rough one. Big hug. Here, you get a squeak. There you go. Did that for you. You deserve a squeak. And a
Did
big
that
hug.
for him, and
Big
yet you're the one getting the most out of it.
No, I'm putting it down, not using it anymore. I just want to get it to him. Love you, Brian. Big hug.
I will say, though, if nothing else, it is not often that I would get entirely new experiences in tabletops, and yet I had several with Kerr.
That's cool. That's pretty cool.
I'm weird because I actually, like, have fun with that kind of stuff, but, like, also, like, I recognized, like, cognitively that shit was wild.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess it
like-
would be light paw, but it's literally never been established, like, properly that that's the case.
Eventually, I'm going to get around to watching the other World of Darkness campaigns that Kerr ran. Though, like, with each passing week, I dread the idea more and more. But the one Exalted campaign that I have watched that he ran so far, which it was like 6 episodes long, was just... It feels like it was a fever dream. Like, there was supposed to be a plot. There was supposed to be this whole thing of, like, various warring nations. And then, like, after 1 or 2 episodes, it just completely spinned out of control with more domino bullshit.
Domino.
Classic
I-
Domino.
I actually enjoyed like watching Domino and stuff, but I only seen him a few times. And I like some of the stuff he was in.
Yeah, it's one thing when he's novel. It's another thing when you're
Yeah.
multiple sessions in and like
So-
every session Domino shows up.
Oh, I see.
On the plus side, I think he like pound for pound showed up less in Last Hope than other games that I saw. And I think that
No.
is literally just because Shade kept purposefully trapping him in losing bets.
No,
I
the one that
it's because everyone was so done with the Domino's bullshit that like everyone was just like Hunter was fighting against Domino, Ken was kind of fighting against Domino, like everyone was done with that shit.
Oh, everybody hated Domino. They were fighting again. Okay.
The one that he showed up the least in was DRS.
Uh-huh.
And we were having fun with it up until he showed up.
Oh.
That's fair. I don't think I was in the section of DRS where he wasn't showing up.
Yeah, I was a.
He literally showed up the first session I was a part of it.
Yeah.
But like, at least when it came to Last Hope, he stopped the being around as much after Shade started intentionally like trapping him into losing deals. Or I guess I should say he stuck around less.
There was that, and then there was also the meteor iron collars or whatever that everyone got to specifically get around all that. But like, I'm not.
It isn't like Kerr ever had that
trying to say anything.
Matter.
Yeah, and I'm not necessarily trying to say anything bad about her right now, but in the Exalted campaign specifically, it's just I have no idea what happened because like there was kind of a story that was building up. I was learning about the Exalted world, and then all of a sudden the rest of the sessions were like, and then Domino shows up and just makes a castle out of salt, and you guys are fighting this now, and it's just like, what? Huh?
I think I have a theory from watching this, and I think I like the Domino character because I watched him when I watched him was like in moderation. I didn't really know what kind of character he was, what he did. He was just funny to me. I liked him as a character, but I think he, to me, seems like the safety net character in these games that you can go to him if you need to get people out of a storyline scenario or get them back on track on something.
He's also the shit stirrer.
He's made to be that, and that's why he ends up being. But also, he probably messes up storylines for things too because he's doing.
He's literally a shit stirrer character.
Yes, that.
He will not help people.
Yeah.
At least without like exacting a cost. He is there to shit stir. He will make the situation different. It might be better for you. It might be worse for you. But it's certainly not to help you. It's to make it more interesting for him.
Really?
Yeah, but it was at the detriment of the players. Whereas,
because it meant we weren't doing things.
Yeah. Whereas, like, characters such as Greaves, he's meant to show up only occasionally. And even then, he's generally there to help the players.
Well, yeah, those are yeah. It's fun to do.
Like, sure, he, kicked the ship over to the one island, which had some negative impact. However, you were going to wind up there anyways. It was just he sped you along.
Yeah. He literally the only thing he changed was like the timetable and like a little bit of our starting situation, but it was probably mostly going to be the same anyway.
And he's the reason you actually have food still. Because nobody has bothered to restock the ship.
Normally I try to handle that in games, but also I'm playing Nova in WoW Tradition, so...
Yeah, I'm keeping track of the days going by and the amount of food that's being eaten by people on the ship. I'm not going to warn anybody unless they actually... Like, I feel safe saying this in front of you, Tal, because, you know, you will
already know
stick
that
to
I already
Nova.
thought of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you already know that I'm aware of, like, that issue and more issues, and I just don't talk about it.
But, yeah, I am not going to do anything or say anything unless they actively go to look. And to be fair, at least Rain did something helpful and went to look about how many medical supplies there were left. Which
How
I
many
did
days of
say
food
there
did
was
Rain
basically
waste trying
nothing.
to make eggs Benedict?
That was extra food. Grease spawned that in.
Okay.
You know, I've only sat down for like 10 seconds, and I'm just still thinking, like, do I need to, like, hop on in there and knock the group, some sense into the group?
Well, yes, we want to see you as Galen.
Also, there is literally no way you are ever knocking any amount of sense in a Nova.
I would love to see Galen try to interact with Nova.
Keyword there, try.
Look, I'm very amused by the idea of Galen waking up as a Riolu near the group. You know, last thing he remembers is being Lucario and there being a massive explosion in the lab.
Great. So this weekend then, you can be there for a Bidney World.
Not this weekend. I need to finish Art Fight. I'm working on my second revenge.
Art Fight is over by Friday.
But then I gotta, like,
Art Fight is over in less than 24 hours.
No, it actually ends noon on the 1st.
Okay.
So it's over
It's the
by Wild
31st.
Traditions.
Art Fight ends in 36 hours. I got 36 more hours.
Great. So that's
And then
time
after
for you to
that,
come
can
play
prepare for
Galen.
Wild Traditions.
What was that, Raiden?
Oh, I'll be right back.
And then after that, you can prepare for Wild Traditions. Rex, you're a good boy.
By the way, Seda, I don't know if you know about Nova as a character. Do you know about Nova as a character?
Vaguely. I'm also very distracted by eating dinosaur eggs right now.
That's fair. How is your character going to react to someone that is the literal physical incarnation of Lucky with, like, measurably higher luck than other people?
I need to give that some thought. Galen's still a very new character. I only adopted him in May.
Fair. Because Nova is literally dumb luck made manifest.
Though, actually, I need to send you something, Tal, because I think you'd appreciate it.
Yep. He has one brain cell affectionately and derisively called the Tic Tac by the rest of the group. Whenever the Tic Tac hits a corner like the DVD logo, he has a thought. It might be a good one, it might be a bad one, but he has a thought. He is also just demonstrably, irrevocably lucky.
Alright, so that's Galen.
Hey!
And I bullied him.
I mean, look at that face. That face deserves to be bullied. That's such a bullyable face.
For context, I sent Tal Galen as an Eevee.
Here, I think I can send you something that will tell you all you need to know about the complete head empty that is Nova. There is not a single thought in that head. Look at that.
You know, I'm very tempted to take that image right now, open up OBS, and take my DVD player, set up in Sammy, and just have the Tic Tac going around.
Also, what is this about Galen as an Eevee? I haven't seen this.
I did not send you Galen as an Eevee? Heckies. Invading your telegram. I think he makes a very cute EV.
Yes, yes, he does.
But yeah, I think I think you can tell just how little thoughts he has with that Seda.
You know, I feel like this group would drive Galen absolutely bonkers, considering the fact that he's a psychic type.
Wait, you know what the funniest part is about this? That would drive Galen the most insane. You
Please
can't
tell.
read Nova's thoughts. He canonically is invisible to psychics.
At least for psychics that, try to read his thoughts.
Yeah.
The one they came
catch a stray one.
They came across with well, what I mean by that is the one that tried to read that was doing the whole looking into Spike's brain, she was blind. But she used her psionic abilities to sense the world around her, and in particular people. She had no perception of Nova whatsoever.
She could hear him talk. Like, verbally.
Well, yeah, she could hear him talk, but she could not understand where that was even coming from.
So Galen would see the Eevee. He would see the Eevee moving around, doing things, talking, and would also realize there is not a thought in that head right now. He is going off of pure instinct.
So here's the question: would Galen have a better experience with Nova, or Cobalt, or Rain?
I'll be honest, I'm not entirely familiar with the entire Royal Traditions cast.
Basically, they listed off 3 of the various types of himbo. Cobalt is a Riolu who is very punch puppy himbo. You have Nova, who is head empty, all luck himbo. And then you have Rain, who is just I guess I should just say giggly mess himbo. Bad luck
He's
himbo.
the kind of himbo where his ally will be drowning behind him, and he'll be like, "Oh, this is a perfect time for a selfie."
Literally at one point, Nova got struck by lightning and was temporarily evolved into a Jolteon. Cobalt was also struck by the same lightning and was laying on the ground right beside him. And he was just focused and arguing with Nova about Nova being bigger, and Nova steadfastly saying, "No, I've always looked like this."
Are we just trying to set up a theme of all my characters just having a facepalm? Because I feel like Galen would either be facepalming to the freaking next continent, or would just, explode with a
Galen would
giant
just be
aneurysm.
be doing the concern expression, fingers steepled.
Yeah, actually, no, I think that's probably valid.
I think the thing that would make Galen realize that they were fucking doomed is the first time there was a conversation around Nova. And Nova, makes an exclamation and goes, "Oh, I get it," and then talks about something that happened, 5 minutes ago that he's been trying to think about for the past 5 minutes. The rest of the party would act like this is entirely normal. Because it is.
The rest of the party basically
just
nudges Nova off to the side, lets him, think things over. Meanwhile, they actually advance the plot.
Just point Nova in a constructive direction.
Do we need to telekinesis Nova off the screen with some craft paper and safety scissors?
No, just tell him a tree
But-
took his hat. Even though
No,
he's
or a
still
tree was
wearing
insulting
it, even though he's still wearing his hat, he will still go charge the tree.
To be fair, the tree will lose. Even if
So
Arceus doubles
this is
damage.
reminding me. This is reminding me. I've slowly been collecting a whole bunch of jokes to use as comment, and one particular great one that I thought of. If anyone ever uses the word metaphor around Comet or a similar sounding long advanced word, Comet will ask, "Oh, what kind of Pokemon is that?"
Nice. To be fair, Nova will occasionally do something though that is like legitimately kind of really nice. He may be a dumbass, but he does kind of have a heart of gold.
I feel like if Galen were to encounter the party, we just have a running bar on the side that's just the aneurysm meter. You know, we get too high, he is just going to, like, keel over.
We need that for Lick just for Vayne. To be fair, actually, it would have been maxed out at least 5 times by now. If he ever hears Edge's what Edge did and his self-justification for it, that would be an auto max of the bar right there. Vayne would call Edge on his bullshit so immediately if he finds out about that. You know, provided we ever find out about that.
So anyway, hi Sita. How's the
Hello.
ice cream?
It's good, the dinosaur
Sorry, go
eggs
ahead.
are delicious.
I am so looking forward to when I can finally have all the grav plate. I want to make my ship bigger. I want to actually have everything I need set up how I want it. I cannot do that right now. And it bothers me.
Best I can offer you some dinosaur egg ice cream.
Hi, Secret Room. Oh crap, this is where I was gonna end. Dang it.
Another hour.
No. I'll just have to get up early tomorrow and stream earlier. So, yeah. Thank you, everybody, for joining us so far on the stream today. For the stream today, that was RimWorld. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Mastodon, Blue Sky, Patreon, and more. There on the website, as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, tippers, and subscribers. It is your support that keeps this channel alive and going. I cannot do this without your guys' help and your support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It's one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by sharing the stream around, grabbing packs of cards to stream loots, using our Humble Bundle partner link, or just coming by and hanging out. But for now, thank you so much for joining, and I bid you all the most fondest adieu.
Bye-bye.